Welcome. Thanks for joining us for bedtime yoga this evening. A practice you can do any time of day, but definitely geared towards that time right before bed, giving you an opportunity to really deeply unwind from the day and to release any stress or tension that has been building up physically, emotionally, mentally. So taking this time to really relax before bed to help set that mood and tone for the rest of the night. And we'll start in a seated position. If you'd like to start on a chair, if you're not comfortable on the floor, that's always an option. I'm just going to take a few moments here to check in, to briefly check in and just get a sense of how you're feeling today. And we're going to start with a few slow, deep breaths in and out. So on your next breath in, sink it down a little bit deeper towards the belly. On the exhalation, release and breathe out longer through the mouth even. We'll do this about 3 more times, inhaling and exhaling. And breathing on your own time. Breathing in through the nostrils, breathing out through the mouth. And the more that you can naturally lengthen your breath out, especially on that exhalation, the more you'll find you come into a deeper relaxation for your body physically and for your mind as well. So for the next hour that we're together here, just putting everything else aside as much as you can, anything that's left undone from the day, we're gonna, put that aside for the rest of this day and we can pick up again tomorrow. Just bring yourself more into this moment. And we'll start to slowly rock the head a few times from side to side. So if you'd like to roll the head in a half circle, and we'll do that a few more times. If it feels good, you can, of course, circle your head all the way around. Check how that feels for your neck. Move in the opposite direction a few times. And this time, as you bring your chin down, we're going to slowly turn the head to the left and look over that shoulder for a moment. And breathing here. On your exhalation, drop your chin down towards that side of your chest. And bring your chin up again. And we're going to slowly turn the head to the other side, looking over your other shoulder. And then slowly bring your chin down towards that side of your chest. And on your inhale, come back to center, lifting your chin up, rolling it back to center. And this time, if you'd like to bring your head up, an ear over your shoulder. On that side, if we want to bring our hand to the side of the head and feel that stretch just a little bit more, you can also put your other hand on the top of the shoulder and pull it down a little bit more. And then we'll release. Bring your head back to center. We're going to turn the head to the other, or angle the head over the other shoulder. And bring your hand up and around, pausing here for a few breaths. Bring your other hand up to your shoulder, pull it down. And then releasing. Good. Let's drop the chin down towards the chest. And on the next breath in, slowly lift the chin up. continue this for 3 more breaths. That's it. Inhaling, lifting up. Exhaling, dropping your chin down. Noticing now as you inhale, lift your chin up, opening the chest, rolling the shoulders back a bit more. On the exhalation, pull your belly in, roll your shoulders forward, and we'll do 2 more breaths like that. In the seated cat-cow positioning. Good. This time as you inhale, come back to center, sitting up nice and tall. We're going to lift the right arm straight up and exhale it over. Good. Releasing that. We'll come back to center, lifting the other arm up and exhale it over. Good. We'll do that one more time each side. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, releasing down. Breathing in, coming up, breathing out, stretching over. Breathing in, back up, breathing out all the way down. Awesome. Let's just come into a bit of a twist now. If you want to bring your hand to the opposite knee, twisting around. A real nice gentle twist to start. And then we'll come back to center. And we'll twist the other way. Sitting up nice and tall here. Focusing on your breath and how you can maintain that steady, slow rhythmic pace to it. Okay, we'll slowly come out of this position. We're going to bring our legs out in front and we're going to just shake. Shake the feet out, roll the ankles. Start really moving right through full rotation of your ankle. And then we'll point the toes. And then bring the toes in, extend out through the heels. One more time in each direction. Good. And we'll release that positioning if you want to bend your knees. And I'm just going to show you from the side what we're going to do next. Just keeping your knees bent, feet on the floor. My legs are fairly wide. Hands can be behind you for this one. We're going to slowly twist and rock the legs from side to side. So again, retreating the body to movement, slow, mindful movement right before bed, helping to release any of the tightness, tension, chronic stress that your body might feel. We're starting to hopefully loosen that up. Okay, we'll come back to center. And this time we're going to bring just the right or the left leg in, and we're going to bring the left foot behind and see if we can come into a bit of a quadricep stretch here. We're going to pull the foot in just until you can feel a nice stretch. We're leaning over to the left side. Pausing here for a few breaths. Try to aim this foot in towards the back of the hip. Okay, and then you can release that side, stretch that leg out, point the toes up towards the ceiling. Let's come over the left leg a little bit more. See if you can feel that stretch through the inner thigh here. We'll come back to center and we'll just move over a little bit more towards that right side. So you can always bend this knee a little bit and lift up to the left arm and come over. And releasing. I'm going to bring the right foot in. We're going to slide the left foot back behind, holding onto the foot or ankle, leaning over on the right side. We're going to bring that foot in. If you don't feel the stretch too deeply here, you can always try sliding that knee back a little bit more. Do a little bit of a pelvic tilt so that the belly comes in. Okay, we'll hold for 2 more breaths. On your next exhalation at the end, you can release that leg. Okay. Position it with your toes pointing up. We're going to come over more towards the right side, leaning over. Pausing here for a few breaths. Come back to center. And then we're going to lean over a little bit more towards that left side. If you need to bend the knee, there's no problem with that. You can do that if that helps to release any of the discomfort in your lower back or hips. I'm going to come up again, this time reaching through the right arm. As you exhale, we'll come into a side bend just a little bit more. Okay, slowly releasing all the way back up. And we'll bring both legs out. And if you'd like to bend your knees a little bit here, we're going to lean over again from the hip crease. Even if you just come over a tiny little bit, just to feel that stretch, keep your toes pointing up. Okay, next inhale, come back to center. We're going to pull the legs out of that position. We're going to put the feet together. A little bit of loosening in the hips here with some movement up and down. We're going to start to roll through the upper body. So slow movement, one direction, and then we're going to roll in the other direction. So just coming forward in a half circle. Feeling that loosening up, hopefully, in the lower back. And don't overdo it. Just do whatever feels good. Move slowly. Feeling all those different places as you move through in the lower back. And if you want to pause anywhere along that route, you can pause, even to one side, pause there for a few breaths. And come back to center, and you can pause to the other side. And come back to center, this time sitting up nice and straight and tall. We're going to reach back with the hands behind and open the chest a bit more here. So you can bring your hands wherever they're most comfortable, wherever they feel most supportive. For your chest to open, shoulders to roll back. And then releasing that. We'll come straight forward again one more time. And then we'll begin to release that. Come back to center. We're going to move both legs to one side so we can come over onto the hands and knees. We're going to move up the hips from side to side. Feeling that movement. And then as you start to, you're moving your hips to one side, also bring the hips back towards that side. Come back to center, rolling forward, and then moving, shifting the hips to the other side and pulling back a little bit more. And you can roll like this, nice half roll, half circle movement. Okay, this time we're going to fully rotate through the hips. So continue that motion all the way through and then move in the opposite direction a few times. Come back to center. Shifting straight back with the hips, pausing in child's pose for a few breaths. On the next inhale, come forward. And we're going to slowly lower right down onto the belly. Come right down, slide your arms out. Use your arms to support your upper body into whatever position feels best here. Opening through the spine. You can lift your chin slightly. Find what works for you today. Just be here. Being really gentle with yourself. So all day we should be gentle with our bodies, of course, but sometimes we can challenge our bodies a little bit more to more active things. But right now, at the end of the day, it's just time to come into yourself, to come into positions that feel more nourishing, soothing, and supportive. So making sure that you keep checking in with that as we move into different postures here tonight. That you're doing what feels really good, what feels really supportive for your body to more deeply unwind and relax. If you'd like to, you can slowly bring your head down. And on your inhale, lift your head up. And exhale down a little bit. And inhale to lift your head up. This time as you lift your head up, slide your arms more underneath, your hands underneath, I should say. And drop your head down for a moment. Preparing to come off the belly, we're going to press down through the hands, lift off into table, arching your spine, curling through. And next time you inhale, slowly look forward. Here. So it's a little bit more of a movement that's between kind of cat-cow, but also my hands are a little bit further forward. So when I come forward, it's a little bit more of a back bend, a gentle back bend. When I come back, I'm almost coming into child's pose with the belly lifting. Not quite though. See if that feels good for you for the next few breaths. Okay, one more breath like that. Inhaling forward, exhaling. Good, inhaling forward. This time slide your knees closer in. I'm gonna lift the left arm and then we're gonna slide it over to the right, coming into thread the needle position. Pausing here for a few breaths. Just feeling that pose in your shoulder blade area and your upper back across the back. And how you can relax even deeper, let your body just settle more into this pose without holding or gripping anywhere. Next time you inhale, we're going to prepare to come out. So flat down through your right hand. Slowly come back up. Lift through your right arm and exhale it over to the left, sliding through, palm facing up. Resting on the side of your head, the side of your shoulder. Feeling that twist through your back. Stay here for 2 more breaths, if we can. Only exhalation is when your body will release more deeply. Enhance that relaxation response with a longer breath up. When you're ready, inhale, come back to center. We're going to walk the hands in. We're going to turn the hands around for a moment. If this isn't a good position here, you can always come up and do a little bit of a stretch for your wrists. Okay, one at a time or both at the same time on the floor. Okay, we'll come back down just so that we can come onto the feet for a moment. And this a bit of a squat. So check in. How does this feel for your knees? If you need to come out or modify this position in any way, please do. If you want to widen your knees apart a little bit more, start to settle the hips down. You can do a little rocking motion to help the hips release downward a bit more. Help the feet and heels sink a bit more. Then we're going to sink those heels right down as we lift up through the hips, come halfway up in a half forward bend. You can lengthen through your upper back. If you need to, just to keep that positioning, alignment in your back, bend your knees. If your hamstrings are really tight, inhale and look forward, and exhale, and we're going to sink. All right, we're going to continue with a slow movement. Inhale, slide your hands up to your thighs again, look forward. And exhale to sink. One more breath like that. And this time, exhale, sink. Just roll your upper body from side to side. Sway with your arms, with your back. Shift your weight from one foot to the other. And then slowly come back up. Hands on your, just above your knees, pressing in there. Reaching up with your arms. We're going to keep those hands connected for a moment. My hands are reaching above, pointing the index fingers. And we're going to come over into a side bend. Good. Breathing in, come back to center. And breathing out, other side. And breathing in, back to center. Breathing out, we're going to release the arms. Bring them together in prayer. Step your feet wider apart. Release your arms down and inhale on the way up. We'll just come up kind of in a star position here, opening, moving your arms back, your chest forward. And on the next exhale, come all the way down. Sinking with your head. Sinking with your arms, your hands in a wide-legged position here. This time we're going to slide the hands over to the left foot. And as you get to the left foot, turn your left foot out to the side. Reposition your body so that you're coming into a lunge. Okay. So back foot straight back. Pull your hips back. And inhale and lift up to the arms. And exhale, we're going to come over that leg into a lunge. If you need a little bit more support, you can put something underneath your hands. You can stay in the raised lunge. And hold this pose for a few breaths. Good. Let's come up onto the back foot for a moment. So lift your back knee, slide your arms back to center. Okay, and then we're going to move to the other side. So slowly reposition your body, turn your foot out to the side, realign yourself over that foot, and plant your foot, come up. Okay. Breathing in, and we'll reach the arms. And breathing out, we'll come over. I'll show you an example. If you find this really uncomfortable, you can always use a bit of support, whatever you've got here. Okay, and then we'll come up through that back foot, curl your toes under, lift up through the knee, press back for a moment. We're going to come back to center, slide your feet in just a little bit, firming down through the feet, planting, bending the knees so that you can rise up. Good. Back to star. From star, we're going to release the arms and reach back behind. See if you can interlace your fingers together behind you. You can also try holding onto a belt here. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to come into another half forward bend. We're going to reach out through the arms, opening through the shoulders. One more breath here. Next time you inhale, plant those feet, slowly rise back up. Release the arms, let them move up. And then roll them back and release them down. Okay. Bring the feet together. Roll the shoulders. There we go. Now we're going to reach the arms out to the sides this time. And come into the eagle pose. We're going to reach the arms forward. I'm going to cross my right arm over top of the left. Okay, let me show you what it looks like from the side. If you're starting in this position here, bend your knees, straighten your legs. And if you'd like to, you can bend your knees a little bit. Bring your arms up into positioning so the backs of the hands can come closer together. You can wrap your lower hand, which is the left hand, around to grip the palm with your fingers. Find what works for you. And keep your legs straight. You can alternate between these positions. You can bend your knees. You can come down. And slowly rise back up. And release your arms. As you release, lift them up and out, or up to the sides and up over your head. Release them back down. Good. We're going to now reach out to the side again for the opposite. Left arm over top of the right, reaching back. Give yourself a nice hug here. Then we'll bring the arms up towards each other to the best of your ability. Don't worry about what it looks like. More important is how this feels. Okay. Eagle's wonderful for releasing a lot of that tight, tense muscles in the upper back and shoulders there. So find your place, hold it for a few breaths. If you want to try coming down, keeping your arms together. And on your inhale, slowly come back up. And this time we'll release the arms. We'll let them come down, lifting up and exhale all the way down. Okay. Just noticing how your body feels now through the upper back and shoulders. Hopefully starting to loosen up a little bit more there. Okay. And then we're going to make our way back down to the mat. So if you want to come down with your hands, walk your feet back. And we're going to come all the way down in the child's pose. And we're going to hold this a little bit longer this time. If you want to put something underneath the upper body, feel free. Just let yourself rest. Like your whole body's sinking down, melting towards the floor. Do a little wiggle, find your optimal positioning here, whatever that is for you. Noticing if this position feels nurturing. Helps you release. Calming the mind. To come out of it, we'll slide the hands underneath the shoulders, push with the arms to rise up. And we'll come forward. We're going to slide the right leg forward a little bit. And we're going to try the pigeon pose. This can be a deeper hip opening. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like from the front. Okay, so you're bringing your right foot over to the left. Looks like this from the side. Okay, and you can lengthen out to that back leg. You can rock a little bit in your hips. See if it feels comfy to come down. You can slide a bolster there. I also like to work with a bit of support. So it's my right side that I'm working on here. So I'll put something underneath the right hip just to let that sink and settle a bit deeper. Breathing here. Staying for 2 to 3 more breaths. And if you need to adjust yourself, please do. You're only going to find what works best for you if you explore it a bit. Okay. Know when it's time for you to come out. I'm just going to slide the arms back again. Okay. Pull back with that leg. Sink all the way down with the upper body. This time we'll keep the hips aligned over the knees and we'll rest in the puppy pose, arms reaching out onto the elbows. Head down here. Okay, and then from here we'll come back up. We'll slide that left leg forward and the left foot out to the right side. You can slide something underneath that left hip this time. And come down a little bit more. Rocking hips back and forth. You can try coming down, but again, if that's not comfortable, support your head. And then when you're ready, we can slowly slide those hands back underneath. Okay. We will come back into that puppy pose. We're going to slide back with the knees. We're going to slide out through the arms in front. You can bring your palms together. Lower down with your head. Opening through your shoulders, your upper back. And then from here, lift your head up, come up onto your elbows and slide your arms back. Sink down, releasing through your lower back into child's pose. Breathing into the back of your body a little bit more. When you're ready, we're going to come up, back into table, just to slide the feet over to the side, to come over onto your seat. Make our way down to the floor. We're going to do so slowly from the lower back down through the mid back, right through the upper back. Give yourself time to sink through your entire back here. Release your head. Let the weight of your body settle deeper. Rock your head from side to side. I'm going to bring one knee into the chest. Let's bring the right knee in and squeeze it, hold it there. With the other side, press your left foot into the floor. We're going to also now slide out through that left leg, straighten it out. Bring your toes to point up towards the ceiling, centering your heel. Then we're going to take the left hand to the outside of that leg and rest. You can rest your right foot on your left leg. Come over to the left side. See how that feels here. Reach out through your right arm. And test this one out. If you'd rather, you can bend both knees. You can clamshell them together. If they're not together, you can put something between the legs. Okay. In the sideline twist, you can pull your knees up a little bit. So find what works for you. You can turn your head to the right. So we're going to stay here for a few breaths. So you decide there's quite a few different ways to be positioned here. And seeing how much you can relax into this pose. Let your body settle deeper down into the earth. Also bring that right leg in again and slide the left leg down. You can position the right foot to the outside of the left leg. You can keep that left knee slightly bent, but straightening it just a little bit more. That's it. And pressing into that right leg for a different sort of stretch here. When you're ready, bring those legs back in, and your ankle might be resting right on the front of that thigh. Let's keep it there. Slide the hands behind the left leg. Bring the legs in towards your chest. Or alternately, you can support that foot on something. Maybe you've got a block or two. You can position your left foot on. Okay. You can also lift your left leg up if your hands are holding onto that leg. And you can release that side, bring the right foot down. Pause here for a moment. You might even want to do a bit of a bridge lift up through the hips and slowly roll back down. When we inhale this time, press the feet down, lift up through the hips, roll onto the shoulder blades, and slowly come back down. One more breath like that. Good. This time releasing down to bring the left leg in, holding on here. And slide out to the right side, toes pointing up. When you're ready, guide that left leg over to the right. See how it feels here. Extend out, reach out through your left arm. In this pose, this is another nice one to use support. So if you want, you can put something on the outside of that right leg and rest your left leg on it. See how relaxed you can get here in this pose. See where you can relax even more. And again, if you want to come back to both knees bent together. I really like the support here. It feels really nice. And just let your body release here. You might be holding somewhere. Try to let go as much as possible. Breathe. Use your breath to help your body relax deeper, especially slowing down the exhale, breathing out nice and slow and steady. Okay, we're going to try that other position. You can straighten up a little bit more with your right leg. Bring your left foot around just to the front, press into it. So we're starting to bring that ankle to the thigh in the twist. And then start to bend the right knee in. Keep the left ankle on the right thigh. Bring the legs to your position. Again, use support underneath that right foot or bring the hands behind. We'll pause here. If you want, you can also reach the right leg straight up. You can slowly lower down, release that pose when you're ready. Unhook the left foot from the right leg. Plant both feet down and slowly lift up one more time. Well, actually, this time, when you lift up, if you have some kind of support, you want to put it underneath your hips. Feel free. Might use a couple blocks. If I can find my other block, wherever it went. There it is. You can use a bolster as well. We're just going to position that support underneath the low back. So yeah, just right underneath the sacral area, the pelvis. Coming into a supportive, more restorative bridge pose. Okay, you can also try coming up with the legs here into like a supported shoulder stand, sort of like that legs up the wall that we do. And for some of you, maybe it's more comfortable to position your legs right at the wall. I just a reminder to do that pose often. It is a wonderful pose to do just like this, but maybe with more support at the wall. So great. So great to do at the end of the day. One of the best things you can do. So just support your body, whatever position works here for the next few breaths. Play around with the positioning of those blocks or support, whatever you've got, until it feels right for you. This positioning is also nice to do on a chair. So if you bend your knees, or sorry, not where you are right now, but if you had a chair and you were going to rest your lower legs on the seat of a chair, it feels also amazing. So you can start to come out of this pose however you need to. You can bring your knees in, bring one foot down at a time. Or remove whatever support is underneath the back. Okay. And we're going to come into our final position here, Shavasana. If you want to do something also really nice here is place the bolster underneath. If you have a bolster, place it underneath your legs with your knees wide or apart, soles of your feet together. We're going to rest here for a few breaths. Now, I'm not going to hold you here too long because I don't want you to fall asleep if you're doing this right before bed. A very natural tendency is to fall right asleep. So, not the end of the world, but it is obviously a little more comfy and supportive if you need to go right to your bed right now and complete your practice. Just mindfully moving your awareness through all different parts of yourself. And if there's anything you can do to promote more relaxation, more release, you can do that now. So start from the head down, starting with the back of the head sinking down, jaw releasing, teeth apart. And the eyes are softening. Move your attention down through from your face to your jaw, your neck, backs of your shoulders, the right arm to the right hand, and then the left arm to the left hand. More of your torso from the upper part down towards the middle of your back, the middle of your belly. And then the lower belly and the lower back. The right hip. And the right leg right to your right foot. Just to make it relax even more there. Let the weight of your body settle. Going comfortably heavy, sinking. Left hip, left leg, left foot. And both, feeling into both legs. and feet. And both sides of your body, right side and left side. Tuning into the central core of your upper body from the root of your pelvis up towards your belly. Softening here from the inside out. Softening from the belly, the mid belly, all the way up towards the heart. To that central channel, right through the neck, right through the center of your head, out through the crown of your head. I'll just be here for a few more breaths. Giving yourself even more time to restore balance to your entire body. To let go of whatever needs to be let go of, so we don't take it in to our sleep with us. Just releasing it all. And deepening your breath, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers. Starting to shift around, moving and doing any stretch that feels good. Just to open yourself up a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to transition from Shavasana and slowly come up, supporting yourself into a seated position for a moment. Do a check-in again, how you're feeling now. If you're ready, just to go to sleep now, if you're at that time of day. Settle in, get cozy. And remember to invoke happiness into your world and invite that quality of gratitude. Just a reminder to be grateful for all the things that we do have in our life. And this practice, when done consistently, will dramatically increase your level of happiness throughout the day. And it's a wonderful way to go to sleep, to keep that wonderful vibration going. So thank you so much. Namaste. I hope you have a wonderful sleep tonight, and we'll see you again soon.